Hello all, this is Raghu Narasimha presenting the project for Course 2 Managing Machine Learning Projects, part of AI Product Management Specialization. In this project, we will cover the following topics: opportunity evaluation, CRISP DM business understanding, solution validation plan, ML system design decisions, potential risks or issues in model production, and conclusion. Let's start with opportunity evaluation. The business which we are dealing with employs and engages several analysts to assess the current group premium calculation for large clients. As this is a manual effort using rudimentary tools such as Microsoft Excel and inefficient homegrown software application leads to huge lead time to assess, and also it's error prone, which requires tremendous rework. The feasibility of applying machine learning will streamline complex analysis of this group premium calculation process and improves accuracy and efficiency, replaces some manual efforts, thereby reducing errors and rework. Let's move on to the CRISP DM business understanding framework. It is important to understand and define the business objectives, identify stakeholders, determine requirements, prepare data, and define outcome or output metrics. As outlined across these main uh, topics, we will build a multivariate linear regression model for the business case that we are taking up. The objective of this linear regression is to find a line that minimizes the prediction error of all the data points. The essential step in any machine learning model is to evaluate the accuracy of the model. The mean squared error, mean absolute error, root mean squared error, and R squared are used to evaluate the performance of the model in a regression analysis. Root mean square error, mean absolute error, and mean absolute percentage error metrics, which indicate error, should be as low as possible for our model. The R square value, which corresponds to the model fit to the data, should be as high as possible. Next, we move on to a solution validation plan. In this, we need to make sure that we are splitting the data into training, validation, and test data sets. Also, we must ensure the data is representative and unbiased. Next, within this solution validation plan, we need to make sure we are defining appropriate performance metrics, which will determine accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. We also need to establish baseline so that we can compare the performance of the machine learning model against existing methods. As part of the cross validation, we can apply k-fold cross validation to assess the model performance, evaluate generalization capability. Next, let's move on to the machine learning system design. As part of the system design, we need to make sure that we select the appropriate features and engineering. It is very important to select the most relevant features for predicting group health insurance premiums. Model selection is also critical, which will help consider trade offs between interpretability and performance. When it comes to training and hyperparameter tuning, this will help optimize the model performance by using the hyperparameters tuning. In addition to that, it will also avoid overfitting and underfitting. Next, when we come to deployment strategy, we need to consider whether it's appropriate to deploy within the cloud or within the edge systems. Since this calculation of group health insurance premium involves members' medical history, HIPAA and PHI compliance is mandatory. Hence, we will go with cloud deployment methodology. And next, as part of the offline versus online learning, we need to ensure. So, since we are using the learning to be done in batches, we can select offline learning. And when it comes to predictions, we can use batch processing rather than real time processing. Next, let's understand the potential risks or issues in model production. The most important issue is about data quality and consistency. We need to monitor data sources for changes or inconsistencies. We need to establish processes for data updates and quality control. The more other important observation is model performance degradation. We need to regularly monitor model performance metrics, retrain or update the model as needed. Last but not the least, uh, ethical and fairness considerations uh, to avoid bias in the model's prediction is important. We need to regularly audit the model's outputs for any discriminatory patterns. The legal and regulatory compliance is also very important. We need to first understand and adhere to legal requirements and industry regulations. The most critical feature within this um, model production is ensuring privacy and security compliance of sensitive data. The challenge that we might encounter is about the concept drift. What it means is, in this business case, we tend to have member data for group plan to be evolving due to churning, which might lead to concept drift. The data drift could be constantly changing variables which are dependent on external source. In conclusion, for our business case, I believe machine learning will significantly improve productivity and brings in efficiency and accuracy. The CRISP DM process provides a structured approach to develop the solution. Solution validation plan is critical to evaluate and compare models' performance. It is very important for machine learning system design decisions to align with business objectives. Potential issues must be proactively addressed to ensure a successful implementation. Thanks for listening in.